All right, guys. Hello. Good morning. I was about to check the time and see if I need to say good afternoon. It's still morning, barely. 11:51. I was about to say Wednesday. It's Thursday, November 2nd. I'm back with a video. I'm gonna do the Pluto Show podcast slash. Trying to think of a name for my sports podcast type show. I think about sports talk, but I feel like that might already be a name of a show already, so I haven't searched it. But we're gonna go with the Pluto Show. But for now, an actual name for like sports podcast debate type show. I don't know. I have to brainstorm and think about it some more. I haven't really given it that much thought, but this is gonna be my rough draft ghetto version of my sports podcast, debate podcast, or whatever, until I can find me another person that I can debate with on this topic and get everything set up for like an actual podcast with the microphones and all that type of shit in the actual studio, because now I'm just in my man cave garage. But anyway, I got some topics up here I already set up on my phone / my topic things that I want to hit, like they be hitting their topics on the show. So all right, guys, first we're gonna talk about James Harden on the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? James Harden is on the Clippers now officially after like 3 games in the NBA season. He went to the team he wanted to go to. But all I'm wondering is, how long is it going to be until James Harden quit on the Clippers like he quit on the Rockets? Because those of y'all who don't know, I'm from Houston, so I'm a Houston Rockets fan. I was a James Harden fan when he was with the Rockets. Then he quit on us. He quit on the Nets. He quit on every team, the Nets, the Sixers, and now he on the Clippers. So how long it's going to be till he quit on them? Going to disappear in the playoffs. So I mean, another topic I want to hit, the new super teams in the NBA. We got some new super teams this year. It's a debate on which teams is actually super teams. We got the Clippers. They got James Harden. That's a star player. Paul George, Kawhi, those 3 stars. Westbrook. Is Westbrook still a star player? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know. The way I feel about point guards that can't shoot, I don't really like them. If you can't really shoot like that, if you can't really shoot threes as a point guard, I don't really like you. So Westbrook, you gotta respect Westbrook, because what he did was an all-star, especially with the Thunder. It's an all-star. Start averaging triple doubles like 2-3 seasons. But I don't know. But I will say the Clippers, with all of the players that they got, all the talent they got right now, is championship or bust. I mean, it was already championship or bust when they just had Kawhi and Paul George, but now even more so with James Harden. And then the other super teams, who you got? The Suns with KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal. It's chip or bust. I mean, super teams, it's chip or bust. If you don't win a chip, if you don't finish at least top 4, you don't get to the conference finals, you pretty trash. Because y'all teamed up purposely to make these super teams. Another super team got 2 in the East. I don't know if the Bucks with Damian Lillard and Giannis. Giannis already won a chip, so are they a super team? I don't know. I kind of consider them a super team. With Dame Lillard, Giannis, and then Middleton as their 3rd best player, big 3. I kind of consider them a super team. Celtics, of course, with their top 4 players, Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Porzingis been playing good for them, and fucking Holiday. I think the Bucks fucked up when they let Holiday go and let him go to the Celtics too. Because Holiday can play defense against all the star point guards, so I think they're gonna miss that. The Bucks had just lost against the Toronto Raptors. I thought they had won. Then we got another topic when they hit the Rockets. For those of you that don't know, I'm from Houston, but I'm in Oklahoma right now. I pay attention to the Thunder, and I also pay attention to the Rockets too. They've been off. It look like they've been off to a rough start this season. I think we 4 games in. They only won 1 game. Won the last game against the Charlotte Hornets, who's not really a good team either. They got LaMelo Ball, and pretty much that's it. So I don't know what I've been feeling about the Rockets. I don't know. I was hoping for some good things this year, hoping for some all-star leaps for some players like Jalen Green and Sengun, but I don't know. The stats I looked at, I haven't been watching them play, but the stats I looked at looked like Sengun played good, and Jalen Green played pretty good, I think. I haven't looked at it. Don't really care to look at it. It's pretty early in the season, but I don't know. I'm feeling like we don't really have that star that we need, that star player. So I don't know. I feel like we might be in the lottery for next season. For the Rockets, we might need another lottery pick. I don't know. I don't even know what's supposed to be the number 1 player right now in the draft next year. I'm not even worried about it because even if we end up being the worst team, we probably might not even get the number 1 pick. How the lottery is set up, so with the Rockets, we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Got the play-in tournament coming up this Friday. I didn't know it was going to be coming up this soon, so it's going to be kind of weird and interesting to see how that plays out. Let's see. What else other points we got to hit? OKC Thunder played the New Orleans Pelicans last night. I watched most of that game. The Thunder looked pretty good, really good, I ain't gonna lie. With Shai Gilgeous, who already been playing like an all-star ever since he came to the Thunder. Been going crazy, averaging at least by 22 points. And then with Chet Holmgren and Josh Giddey, I ain't gonna lie, the Thunder starting to look good. With Jalen Williams too in there. And Thunder looking like a playoff team. I feel like they should get to the playoffs this year. Unless somebody get hurt or something, they should be at least one of the top 8 teams in the West. And the way they looking right now, if they can be consistent, but we'll have to see. They're still a pretty young team. But Chet Holmgren is looking pretty good. I seen around the start of the season, I seen a few comparisons of Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama, and a potential rivalry between them two, with the Thunder and San Antonio Spurs being. I think they're in the same division. I'm not really sure. I think they are in the Southwest Division. The Spurs, the Rockets, and the Mavs. I think the Thunder, probably somebody else, maybe the Suns. But it looks like that Chet Holmgren is in a better team, Chet Holmgren is on a better team and a better situation to win right now. Because Wembanyama, the Spurs ain't a playoff team, and the Thunder are. So basically, that's just what it boils down to. Then we got some NFL topics I want to hit as well. I'm going to talk about the defending champs, Patrick Mahomes. They got a game coming up this Sunday against the Miami Dolphins, one of the best teams in the league right now. So we'll see what happens with that. But for those who know me, I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. And the Chiefs are coming off defending the title, defending champs. But from what I've seen from them this year, I don't really know. I'm not really confident about their abilities to go back-to-back and defend the title this year. I was at the beginning of the season, but now from what I've been seeing, the Chiefs are still one of the top teams. If they beat the Dolphins this Sunday, they'll definitely be looking like they can go back to the Super Bowl and defend their title and probably get that back-to-back, that first back-to-back. for Mahomes, which he was supposed to get against Tom Brady, but didn't get that one. But I don't know. I just think the Chiefs, without Tyreek Hill, I just feel like they just got Travis Kelce and that's it. Can't nobody else really make no plays when it's needed. But that's what people were saying last year, and they still won. But I don't know. I just felt like last year, I just felt like maybe Mahomes had something to prove with the fact that he lost the Super Bowl to Brady and the Bucks when they were supposed to go back to back. And then without Tyreek Hill, he was trying to prove that he could win without him. So, I don't know. I had faith last year, but this year, I don't know. Even though they still playing good, I just felt like it's just too easy to stop and too predictable. It's just him and Kelce, that's it. Like, that's all you got to worry about. It's just too easy to beat, basically. So I feel like the Chiefs, they really need another star receiver. Not necessarily a superstar receiver, but at least somebody that's at least a star that's capable of making plays when you need him, that's going to catch the ball when you throw it to him type shit. So, I don't know. I'm still go with the Chiefs for my Super Bowl pick for now, but I don't know. The Dolphins are looking really good this year. The Eagles are looking good. I would say the Ravens are looking pretty good, especially that win they had against the Lions. Even though I didn't even watch the game from the highlights or whatever I seen, it was pretty good. And I don't know if the Ravens played this past Sunday, because I think that game they played against the Lions was like a weekday game, but the Lions are also looking good as well this year. Even though they lost against the Ravens, they just bounced back this weekend against whatever team they played. They beat the Raiders. I think they played on this past Monday. And I had a feeling they was going to bounce back. I should have did a video and called that one before they did. But the Lions are also looking good this year. I'm not going to really pick them to do anything in the playoffs, really. But as far as like a regular season team, they definitely looking like one of the best. They definitely are one of the best in the NFC. Up there with the best in the NFC, you got the Eagles, the Lions, the Cowboys, and then the Niners. And I wanted to get to the Niners as well, because the Niners are one of my favorite teams, if not my favorite team besides the Texans. And they was looking good. It was looking real good to start the season. It was like 5-0. Brock Purdy was looking really good. I'm like, Purdy is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But they lost like the last 3 games. So it's like everybody's talking like, is Brock Purdy really that good? Is the 49ers? Everybody got something to say? Is they for real, or is they pretenders? Is Brock Purdy really that good? All this, but I still think Brock Purdy is pretty good as far as getting. I feel like right now, Brock Purdy is good. Is he good enough to win the 49ers the Super Bowl? I don't know. I have to see. I have to see how he bounces back. And for the rest of the season, I have to see how he bounced back after losing these last 3 games in a row. But I still think Brock Purdy is good enough to get this 49ers team, with the time that they have, at least to the conference championship, at least to the NFC championship. I can't remember if they went last year. I feel like they might have. I have to look it up. I could look it up on my phone right now, but yeah. Is he good enough to actually get them to the Super Bowl? I don't know. I have to see him play some more. I have to watch how they play the rest of the season. But we'll see. They just got Chase Young. So that should help out their defense, which should already be a good defense, but they haven't been playing that good this year for whatever reason, I guess. But with Chase Young, at least for the rest of this year, they should be on fire. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. As far as the Texans, I don't know. I think we lost the last game we played. I don't know who we played. But for the most part, it's been looking kind of. Man, matter of fact, let me look up the record, what the Texans' record is right now, because I don't even know. But I can look it up. Let's see. I don't think it's that. We might be around 500 or a little under. Oh, I put schedule on accident. Okay, let's see. 2023. See, I'm going to the wrong shit. Gave me the schedule again. Okay. We got some technical difficulties. Okay. We got the record. Let's go to the standings. We second in the AFC South. Got the Dolphins at 6-2, Chiefs at 6-2, the Ravens at 6-2. The Ravens been looking good too, and the Jaguars. We had 3-4. One game under, tied with the Titans for second in the AFC South. And the Jaguars been looking pretty good with Sunshine. And yeah, we 3-4. I don't know who we lost against that last game. I think we lost our last game. Let's see. Let's go to the schedule. Texans schedule November 5th. The next game, I don't know who we played the last game or what the score was, but we're 3-4. And the next three games, we got the Bucks, the Bengals, and the Cardinals. Okay, so the Cardinals, I don't know what their record is, but I feel like we should at least have a chance to beat them. How much of a chance, I don't know. Maybe around 50, 55 chance. The Bengals, you're probably going to lose that one. Then the Cardinals, we should be able to beat them, or at least, if not, have a chance. So 3-4 out of 7 games. First season of CJ Stroud and DeMarco Ryans. I don't know. I already told my people that I'm hoping that we get at least about 7 wins, 8 wins. Be pretty good first year, I guess, and then we'll just try to build and go from there. But anything other than that, I'm not really. I just don't feel like it's nothing to talk about. So I'm watching, but until then, until we get at least about 7 wins or more, I just feel like it ain't really much to talk about. But moving on to the other topics, we also got LeBron. Want to talk about LeBron James, the GOAT in today's NBA. So it looks like the Lakers have been trying to put LeBron on minutes restriction for this season, going into his 21st season in the NBA. Looks like they've been, from the first game that I watched that they played against, what was it, the Phoenix Suns, it was obvious that it looked like they was trying to put him on a minutes restriction and keep him around 30 minutes a game from LeBron, who's a player who's been playing at least about majority minutes of the game, at least about 35 plus minutes a game out of a 48-minute game, especially these last few seasons, been playing at least 40 plus minutes a game. So I'm trying to take some of that wear off for him through the regular season. But the funny thing is about it, with the team that he's currently on right now, it seems that whenever LeBron does go to the bench and try to get a rest, that they just cannot keep up, or whenever LeBron goes to the bench, the whole team becomes trash. So LeBron can't really afford to rest as much as he really needs to during the season, because if he does, then the team, they're going to lose the game. So it puts LeBron really in a tough spot, and it's really tough to see this as a LeBron fan, which I am. In my heart of hearts, I'm a LeBron fan. And it's really tough to see this when you have a player that's so great, but it seems like no matter what situation he's in, well, besides the Heat and the second stint with the Cavs, pretty much besides that, with his first stint in Cleveland, like the first 8 years or whatever, and now this stint with the Lakers, it's like he can't never get a break. Like, he can't never get the help that he need. Like, he got to do everything. Like, he can't even as a 20-year veteran, he can't even do 30 minutes a game without losing majority of the game. So it's really tough to see. And if you're a LeBron fan, they kind of like, damn, it's kind of fucked up. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. And then it's also funny when you look at the Clippers, who now just got James Harden, and you look at their roster and all the stars that they have, and then you realize that all the star players that the Clippers have are like from Los Angeles or from the Los Angeles area. So it's like, if you are a young basketball player from LA, you want to play for the Lakers. Like, that's all you dream about, is playing for the Lakers. You don't dream about, oh, I want to play for the Clippers. Like, nah, you want to play for the Lakers. But it seems like the LeBron effect has made all of the other star players, except for Westbrook, who played for the Lakers first before going to the Clippers, like players like Kawhi and Paul George and James Harden. Like, if he had one of those players along with KD, then it would be like, it would pretty much be a wrap. Like, that would be a super team, like a big three type, like a Miami big three type super team. So it would pretty much, I think it would pretty much be over as far as competing for a championship with other teams. But, and then before Harden actually was traded to the Clippers, I did hear some rumors about Harden possibly going to the Lakers. I want to say before Paul George went to the Clippers, I heard some rumors about him possibly going to the Lakers. I think I also heard some rumors about Kawhi possibly going to the Lakers, but it's like never happened. And I think most star players in the NBA today don't want to play with LeBron. It's like because they don't want him getting more rings and to be his GOAT status to be already more than what it is. Because LeBron has 4 rings now, and I feel like, especially the other already established stars who came up around the same time, like the Durants and the Kawhis and the Currys and all those guys, like, they don't want LeBron to get no more rings, and they're not going to join up with him because basically they don't want his GOAT status to go up. And basically that's what it is. Like, if you were a LeBron fan, it's kind of sick for you to look at the fact that the NBA and state that and accept that as a fact, but that's what it is. And I'm going to just leave that right there for my LeBron talk, and we'll come back to the LeBron talk later, maybe mid-season, and see how the Lakers are doing and how the minutes restriction is doing. But also another team I want to talk about, the Pelicans last night, who played the Thunder. The Pelicans was getting blown out by the Thunder in the first half. They came back, ended up winning the game. I fell asleep during the end of the game. I didn't finish watching it, but I seen them when they started coming back the second half. Zion finished the game with 20 points. My boy, 8 assists. He started handling the rock out there after Chet Holmgren was getting the burst. Chet Holmgren was getting the best of him in the first half. He came back with it. Now, what I will say about Zion is that it does kind of look like he lost the step a little bit from his first, from as good as he was in his first couple years or Duke days. It don't seem like he is quite as dominant or quick as or strong at the rim, but it is good to see him play. It's good to see him play and see him play an actual whole game and see him get at least 20 points. And it looks like, I feel like if he can play this whole season, well, not the whole season, but at least majority of the season, at least around out of an 82-game season, at least, 50, 60 games, he can average around 20 points, at least 20 points or more, then I think it'll definitely be a good sign. And it'll definitely be a good sign, and then it'll have reason to hope for the future, the next season, the season after that. He can get back to that prime form where he's just like around 25 a game and just dominating and just yamming that bitch and jumping out the gym like he usually do. So I'm excited for Zion. excited to see that for sure. Good to see the Pelicans get a win, even with no BI. I didn't know BI was hurt, so they got to wait for BI to come back and Zion to cook together. You got Wemby and Durant played the other night. I didn't watch that game. I should have watched it, but I didn't. I seen the Suns was up on their ass most of the game. The Suns was blowing their ass out, I think. But then the Spurs ended up coming back. They ended up winning the game in the fourth quarter. Wemby coming up clutch. I was surprised that they came back and won because I didn't watch the game, but I was checking the score and I seen the Suns was blowing their ass out. So I'm like, okay, they not finna come back. But they did come back. They came back and win. They came back and won. But I say Wemby, he's just a rookie. I would say I'm not impressed. I'm not really impressed so far from what I've seen. I don't even think he's better than LeBron, but I mean, he's still a freak. He's still a star player. He's still a freak. And he's still a very skilled player and better than majority of the players, the number one picks and the star players in the last couple of years. But yeah, as far as the best ever, I don't know. I'm yet to see that type of play, but it's still very early in his career, so we'll be watching. And Durant put a couple buckets on him. I didn't see the whole game with the highlights, but I think I did see that one mid-range he hit over. Well, I didn't even see it. I didn't see it. I'm not gonna lie. I did. I don't think I seen it. The mid-range he hit over, but I heard about it. The mid-range that he hit over Wembanyama. But I will say that the Suns, I don't know what the Suns' record is, but I think they is looking pretty good, I will say. But they just lost the last game, I think. So let's see what the Phoenix Suns' record is. Because I think Bradley Beal hasn't, I don't even think Bradley Beal has played yet. And the Suns are 2-2. And the Spurs are 2-2. They split the Spurs today. Again. The Mavs are 4-0, undefeated. This is good. The Warriors are 4-1. Draymond Green says their chemistry is way better. And yeah, the Suns are 2-2. From what I've been seeing them play, they didn't. So they weren't able to close out the game against the Spurs, which were up 20 points. You're supposed to close that game out, but they did. They looked good in that game against the what was that? The NBA season opener against the Lakers. They did look good in that game. Durant played majority of the game. Devin Booker played, but I think Devin Booker is hurt right now. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll stay tuned, and I'll keep coming back on my sports talk Pluto Show. I don't know if I'm gonna start doing this every day. I'll have to decide. Probably not every day, but at least once a week. How this play-in tournament is gonna work, I don't know. You guys let me know what y'all think about 2K24, because the way they have it set up this year with the GOAT modes and all this shit, I would say for me, I like it a lot. This is a few certain things that I don't really like how they did on there. But for the most part, I honestly think it might be maybe one of the best 2Ks ever. Specifically with the GOAT mode and how they matched it up with all the Wembanyama hype and all that type of stuff. Bro, I don't know about y'all, but I don't really play my court or in the neighborhood or nothing like that. I just get my my player and play my career games, and try to win championships or whatever. And with the GOAT modes, it's bro, as a rookie, I'm averaging now. Mind you, I have an 80 right now. I have an 86 overall. But because I did buy some VC. But I started the season, majority of the season, I was like a 80, 82 overall. And, bro, my average stats for the season is 22, 23, and 9. I got a 6'10" power forward that can shoot threes, a two-way. Kind of like a Wemby build, kind of. but not as tall. But bro, the last couple games I've been scoring like 35, 40, bro, like going crazy. And like the first couple games, like the majority of the season, my efficiency been low as hell, like 35, 38%, maybe 40 on a good game because because I've been trying my hardest to get these achievements for these GOAT modes. But bro, these last couple games, my percentage has been crazy, like 60, 70% with like 35, bro, as a rookie. Like, come on. I ain't never did these type of numbers. And the other builds I've been making in other 2Ks, my other builds be good, bro. Like, especially to me. Like, I don't know compared to other players, especially like YouTubers and shit like that be making all these meta builds and shit. But my other builds be good, bro. Like, I be winning chips my other builds. It don't be known the Hall of Fame because I ain't that good, but, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that because I think this 2K24 is kind of goated. And I'm ready, and I can't wait till I get my 90 and get my rebirth because my rebirth build finna go crazy for sure. I already got that already. But I think that's pretty much all I got for the sports talk on today. Got a whole 30-minute segment looking like a whole episode, whole first take show, Undisputed. But the last point I want to hit before I go, and I'm gonna get my smoke on and hop on 2K. Oh no, I'm not finna hop on 2K. I'm finna hop on Madden. But last segment I want to hit is I was watching but right before I started this video, I was watching Undisputed, and they showed a clip. I had already seen the clip on I think like IG or some shit, but I didn't really like registered and paid attention to it. They showed the clip when James Harden getting traded. They showed a clip of James Harden coming into the locker room, and the Clippers locker room, and dapping up Russell Westbrook, and they talking about Skip and the female host of the show. I don't know what her name is or whatever, but they talking about the Clippers before they re-signed Westbrook. At the beginning of the season, they said it might be a possibility that James Harden might want to come here, or a new player, and your role might change. Would you be comfortable with that before you sign? We don't want you to be comfortable, And then they show James Harden and Westbrook dapping it up in the locker room. Like, it seems like something, like if you think about it, it's something kind of weird to show that because usually we don't get to see like inside the NBA locker room. I don't really know how many videos I've seen of players in the locker room like that, honestly. But unless they was like just won a championship or something like that, or doing a locker room interview like that, or a pregame locker room interview for like football players. But besides that, you don't really get to see into the locker room like that. And then seeing that is just, it's kind of weird, honestly, to me. Everybody else, I mean, it ain't nothing. It's just showing they cool and like, you got to show they cool because they played together on the Rockets. And what happened there? I don't even hardly remember. I think when Westbrook came to the Rockets, that's when James Harden quit. Because when Westbrook came to the Rockets, we played one season. And then I don't know what seed we had. We got to the playoffs, though. I want to say we had like the 4th seed or somewhere in there, but I'm not sure. We got to the playoffs. We lost. And then I can't remember if it was after the first season we lost in the playoffs with Westbrook or the second season. And right around there, that's when James Harden quit. He was like, yeah, I'm ready to get up out of here. Like, this shit, fuck this shit. I started getting fat and all that shit. Yeah. So we already know James Harden and fucking Russell Westbrook really don't work. We already seen it with the Rockets, but you figuring if you just add Kawhi and Paul George is gonna make it better. I mean, I guess. But I already stated how I felt about Westbrook as a player. I already stated how I felt about James Harden as a player. Maybe they can get it done. Maybe they can. But well, it remains to be seen. Who I got going all the way? The Nuggets. Until I see somebody beat them, with the Joker and Jamal Murray and the other pieces they got with Porter Jr. keeping it solid at the 3 and Aaron Gordon keeping it solid at the 4. Until I see somebody beat them, I don't know. Maybe the Warriors could probably knock their ass off. I say. Maybe the Suns. I had to see them some more. The Suns 2-2 right now, so I don't know. They got to get healthy and get their record up. Maybe the Clippers can knock them off if they get right. If Westbrook just have a good year and they can stay injury free. I think the number one team under the most pressure, who definitely should win the title this year, is probably say the Celtics. Either the Celtics should win, or you could put either one of those quote unquote 4 super teams in the category of teams that should win this year. You could put the Celtics, the Bucks, the Suns, and the Clippers all in their teams that should win. But the team that I think will actually win, the Celtics, I ain't gonna lie, the Celtics really been looking good this year. Porzingis has been playing good so far, knocking down threes and blocking shots. The Bucks been looking kind of mid, kind of still early in the season though, so we'll see. Until next time, it's your boy Pluto with the Pluto Show. You feel me?